And good morning, YouTube. What is going on? What's going on? I'm sorry for no video earlier today or yesterday because I had to work and I got a little caught up. And I'm sorry I didn't do the post-game report last night, but I'm giving you that now and also give you looking for games later today. Now we are in the morning. It's 3:01 in the morning. So sorry. But you are going to get your report. So here we go. Let's get into yesterday. We had 4 games on deck yesterday. And we're starting off with Ottawa at Toronto. After 1 period, it was 1-0. After 2, it was 4-2. And after it was all said and done, final score was 5-3. Brady Tkachuk got the game going for Ottawa. 25 seconds into the game, scoring. It was also assisted by Brown and White. Frederick Guther of the Maple Leafs scored. Bernie and Tavosky scored on that, make it 1-1. Trevor Moore scored on the second. It was also assisted by Sutton and Mavosky. How you pronounce it? Became 2-1. Ottawa scores again to tie 2-2. Scott Saber, his first goal of the season. Chaplin and Pregu got the assist. Austin Matthews scores his first goal of the season. Nylander and Riley both get the assist. And Austin Matthews scores again. He gets 2 goals for the season to make it 4-2. And it was on a power play. Monner and Tavares with the assist. Aiken Malar, he gets his first goal of the year. Bernie with his second assist of the night. And it was 5-2. And Bobby Ryan, Tony, and Barbarco, each with an assist. But it's too late. 5-3 was the final. So stats for you. Shots were 26 for Ottawa, 42 for Toronto. Power plays 0-for-3 for Ottawa. 1-5 for the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs get the 2 points in the first one of the season. Let's go to my game. This was the final in overtime. After 1 period, it was 2-1. Capitals tied it in the second. It was 2-all. No score in the third. Overtime, they got that. Capitals got the winner. 3-2 was the final in overtime. Let's give you some stats. And starting off with Sammy Bias. 53 seconds into the game. 53 seconds into the new blue season. After the banner gets raised, he scores. Perron and Ryan O'Reilly with the assist. He gets the Alex Pietrangelo with his first goal of the year. O'Reilly gets his second assist of the year. And Walk, his first as a blue. And this was scored on a power play. And that was at 7:55. But if you want to know, I'm reading this from online. So I got my laptop on. And Alex Ovechkin scores his first goal. Carlson and Eller with their first assist. It was 2-1. And then DeMar overall, his first goal. Jensen and Eller with the assist. Eller gets the second assist. And then, of course, Jacob Carlson and Oshie. Carlson with his, and that was at 2:51 of overtime. Stats for this game were. Sorry. I don't know why I clicked on team stats. Okay. Washington with 34 shots. The Blues 22. Power play was 1-for-3 for the Capitals, 1-for-2 for the Blues. The Blues did pick up a point out of this. They did get an OTL. Not what we wanted to see here in St. Louis area, but hey, we'll take it either way, right? 3-2 is the final battle. Vancouver takes on Edmonton in Edmonton. That was our next game. All right. After 1, it was 1-0 Oilers. After 2, it was tied up 1-1, and then the Canucks get on the board again. But after it was all said and done, the Oilers went 3-2. And here we go with some scoring. Leon Desaro gets the first goal at 5:42, and then Alexander Eller ties it up at the second. 1-1 at 11:58 in the second. Then Tyson Persson for Vancouver gets the leading goal in the third, make it 2-1. But Zach Connor, with his first goal of the year, makes it 2-2. And Connor McDavid gets his first goal of the year at 14:37 to give Vancouver a loss. By the way, all these goals were assisted. I'm not going to give you all the guys who assisted. Stats for this: 33 shots on goal for Vancouver, 22 shots on goal for Edmonton. Power plays 0-for-4 for Vancouver, 0-for-2 for Edmonton. And finally, the nightcap game. The San Jose Sharks takes on the Vegas Golden Knights. This is turning into a rivalry, folks. This is the third year for the Golden Knights. They got a potential rivalry. After 1, Golden Knights had a lead 2-1. Golden Knights kept the lead. It was 3-1, and then it was all said and done. 4-1 was the final. Mark Stone gets the first goal unassisted. Riley Smith gets the second. Carlson with the assist. It was 2-0. Marcus Saracen for the Sharks make it 2-1. First goal was at 3:46. Second goal was at 5:21. And then Coulter and Burns with their first goals at 12:44. With their assist at 12:14. Second period, Corey Glass with his first goal. Pascari and Stone with the assist. And Riley Smith, his second goal. Carlson with his second assist. And by the way, that second goal by Glass was, the third goal was at 2:12. And Riley Smith, his second goal of the season. And the third was at 4:01. Stats for that game were: shots 35 for the Golden Knights, 22 for San Jose. Power play 0-for-5 for San Jose, 1-for-4 for the Gut Knights. Now, these two teams are going to take on each other today in San Jose. So, we already know one game in the series. All right, let's get into today's games. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games on deck. 16 teams had a season debut. So, let's get right into it. Starting off with the Battle of Florida. Florida Panthers take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. And I was going for Tampa in this one. And after 1, it was 1-0 Lightning. After 2, it was 2-1 Lightning. And when it was all said and done, Tampa wins 5-2. What a creaming. By the way, entering this game, Tampa... Now, remember, these are records from last season, okay? You got to remember, okay? The record was 62-16-4 with 128 points. The most points in the league, President's Trophy. But they get swept in the first round. And the Florida, 36-32-14, 86 points. All right. First goal, Nikolai Kovalov by the Lightning. His first goal, Skoro Joseph with the assist. And Tampa's up 1-0 at 6:39 in the first. Mike Hoffman for Florida ties it up at 2:35 in the second. At 2:35 in the second period, ties up. But Kevin Shattenkirk breaks that tie at 10:28 in the second, gives Tampa Bay a 2-1 lead. Then Vincent Turbach, he ties it again at 8:49 in the third, make it 2-2, and that was a short-handed goal. Okay, they did that on a short-handed goal, but at 9:34 in the third, Orgeron Palat gets his first goal of the year, assisted by Colleron, his second, and score off his third assist of the game of the year. And this was on the same power play, okay? A power play goal, make it 3-2. Pat Maroon, former Blue, gets his first goal of the year, and first as a Lightning. Hedman and Carl get the assist at 13:51 in the third, make it 4-2. And then Eric, his first goal, and Charlie with his first assist, 5-2 was the final. And some stats for that: 37 shots for Florida, 30 shots on goal for Tampa. 0-4 on the power play was Florida, and 1-3 was Tampa Bay. The next game today was Winnipeg at the Rangers, season premiere, the home opener at Madison Square Garden. Starting off, after 1, it was tied up 1-1. After 2, it was tied up 3-3. And then after, when it was all said and done, the final horn sounds, New York wins 6-4. 6-4 was the final. Mark Stahl gets the first goal. It was assisted by Zadroi and D'Angelo with their first assist at 11:35 in the first. But Mark Stahl gets the goal for Winnipeg. Ehlers with the assist at 17:23, tied up. Then Amari Perron, his first goal for the Rangers at 27 seconds in the second, power play goal. Power play. But Blake Wheeler, his first goal, Ehlers with his second, and Holler for his first assist at 57 seconds. 30 seconds later, basically. The second goal of the period ties it up at 2-2. Jacob Turbo, his first goal of the year. Kyler and Perrin with the assist at 6:03 in the second, makes it 3-2 Rangers. But Blake Wheeler again gets a goal. Ehlers and Kavaro with the assist. Ehlers with his third assist of the game at 6:12. 9 seconds later in the second. 9 seconds later at 6:12. And makes it 3-3. At 2:41 in the third, power play goal. Okay, power play. Kyle Connor with his first goal. Morsley and Lane get their assist, and now it's 4-3. Winnipeg, but they held on. No, of course not. Mika Zardo with his first goal. Turbo and Hajak with their assist. Turbo with his second goal at 5:04 in the third. Brett Howard with his first goal. Fast with his first. Sergio with his first assist at 15:51. And then Brandon Smith with his first goal. So Jared, 3 assists for the night. At 19:43, Rangers win 6-4. And by the way, that's a short-handed goal. Short-handed goal for the Rangers. And the stats for this was 47 shots for Winnipeg, 22 shots for the Rangers. Winnipeg went 1 for 5 on the power play, and the Rangers went 1 for 2 on the power play. Okay. Next game. Buffalo at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's home opener. Sidney Crosby did play, and I will actually double check. Yeah, he did play. So, no change in that. In the first, it was 1-0 after 1. After 2, it was 3-1 Sabres. And then it was all said and done. No score in the third. Sabres won 3-1. Connor Shea with his first assist. Millshot with his first assist at 5:23 in the first. Buffalo 1-0. Evgeny Malkin with his first goal. Letang and Crosby with the assist, tied up 1-1, and now is a power play goal, 5:50. And 14:03 in the second, Corey Schneider with his second goal, Minnesota and with his second assist, Miller with his first assist. It was 2-1 Buffalo on their power play, and then Ramis Dern puts the nail in the coffin. Ramhurst and Ofashin with their assist. It was 3-1, and that came in at 19:16 in the second. No goals in the third. Stats were shots 41 for Buffalo, 29 for Pittsburgh. Power plays, Buffalo went 1 for 2, Pittsburgh 1 for 5. So Buffalo gets the great 2 points. But, it's still early in the season. Anything could still happen, so you never know. Now, tonight we also had a shootout. Our first shootout of the year. It happened in Carolina between Montreal and the Canucks. Not the Canucks. The Montreal Canadiens, or Los de la Hockey de Canadiens. And after 1, Hurricanes were up 1-0. Then after 2, it was 3-4. Yeah. Or 3-2. So the Canadiens had a lead 3-2. And then Carolina gets that goal that they needed to tie it up at 3. Goes in no score in overtime, so it goes into a shootout. And Carolina wins 1-3 in the shootout. As the Canadiens go 0-4-3. Right here, so you guys see when you guys get the sheets. So you guys don't think I'm lying to you. It's right here on NHL.com. And the Carolina Panthers, why did I say Panthers? Hurricanes went 1 for 3. They get the extra goal. They win 4-3. Shots were 36 for Montreal, 43 shots for Carolina. Montreal gets a point on this, so anything can still happen. Power plays were 1 for 3 for both teams. Okay, next was Minnesota and Nashville. After 1, no score. After 2 periods, it was 2-1 Minnesota. And at the end of the third, when it was all said and done, Nashville comes back to win, scoring 4 goals. 5-2 was the final. No scoring in the first. Ryan Ellis with his first goal at 3:37 in the second. Forsberg and Deshaun with the goal, with the assist. Jason Zecker with his first goal. Hunt and Corver with the assist at 16:04 in the second. Matt with his first goal. Forgo and Studer with the assist at 16:47. Basically, 43 seconds later, Minnesota 2-1. By the way, that's first goal for Minnesota by Jason Zacher was on a power play. Then Mike Garland, his first goal, Josie and Duchesne with his second assist at 27 seconds in the third, ties it up at 2-2. Austin Wilson, his first goal, Ellis and Barno at 1:56 in the third, makes it 3-2. Victor Ivar, his first goal, Smith and Jarrison at 7:32 in the third, 4-2. Nashville and Philippe Forsberg. Elcom and Duchesne, 3 assists for Duchesne, 5-2 was the final. And shots on goal were 32 for Nashville, 24 for Minnesota, 1 for 3 on the power play for Minnesota, 0 for 2 for Nashville. Nashville gets those 42 points. Next game we have is Boston at Dallas. Dallas' home opener. And, oh, by the way, I forgot to give you the records going into this. Winnipeg with 47, 30, and 5 with 99 points. New York 32, 36, and 14 with 78 points. Buffalo was 33, 39, and 10 with 26 points. Pittsburgh 44, 26, and 12 with 100 points. Montreal was 44, 30, and 8 with 96 points. Carolina 46, 29, and 7 with 99 points. In the game I just gave you, the Minnesota and Nashville, Minnesota was 37, 36, and 9 with 83 points. Nashville 47, 29, and 6 with 100 points. Now we get to Boston and Dallas. Going into this from last season, Boston went 29, 24, and 9 with 107 points. And Dallas was 43, 32, and 7 with 93 points. And after one period, it was 2-0 Bruins. And then in the second, it was 2-1 Bruins and no score in the third. Final score was 2-1. Brett Ritchie scores with Kyle for the assist at minute 39. And then Dalton Hansen with his first goal. Glistrick and McCoy with the assist at 5:59, and that was a power play goal for Boston. And Ruby Hunt, his first goal. J. Mark and Pulaski with the assist at 7:55. It wasn't enough for Dallas as they lose 2-1. Shots on goal were Boston at 20 shots on goal, 29 shots for Dallas. Power play was 1 for 4 for Boston, 0 for 2 for Dallas. And then we have Calgary at Colorado. And entering this matchup, Calgary last season. They finished last season at 50, 25, and 7 with 107 points. Colorado, 38, 30, 14, and 90 points. And after one period, it was 2-1 Avalanche. After two periods, it was 4-3 Avalanche. So Avalanche still had a 1-goal lead. And Avalanche scores the bonus goal in the third. Final score was 5-3. Jonas DeSaro, Garland, and Borowski with the assist. 5:59 in the first on a power play. Then Sean Mahorn with the assist. With the Calgary goal. Garland Lindholm. Michael Werner with the goal. 2-1 after one period. Johnny Gaudreau. By the way, that second goal was at 8:33 power play. And 6:08 in the first to give Colorado the lead. Johnny Gaudreau at minute 50 in the second, tied up on a power play. TJ Copper, his first goal, it was also assisted at 12 minutes and 22 seconds, 3-2. Michael Warren, his second goal, 4-2 on a power play, and Mark 4-3 at 17:04, 16:51 for the last goal for Colorado, make it 4-2, and then Jonas Doden, his second goal of the year, assisted at 18:51. Shots on goal were 30 for Calgary, 32 for Colorado. Power plays 2 for 4 for Calgary, 2 for 6 for Colorado. And finally, the nightcap was Arizona at Anaheim. Entering this game from last season, Arizona went 39-35-8 with 86 points. Anaheim 35-37-10 and 80 points. And after one period, Ducks were up 1-0. After 2 periods, it was 2-1, and it stayed that way. Derek Grant with the first goal of the year for the Ducks. Shore and Lindholm with the assist at 14:32. Derek Shepton for Arizona. Kessel and Keller ties it up at 9:03 in the second. And Cam Fowler, Ronnie and Jones with the assist at 19:28. And that's the final. And shots on goal were 33 for Arizona, 29 for Anaheim. Both teams went 0 for 1 on the power play. We're not done with this sheet. It's already been signed. I'll show it to you. See, it's already been signed by me, and that means we are ready to go. Later today, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games on deck. I'll give those to you. Now, remember, these are Eastern times I'm giving you, okay? And we're going to start off with the Global Series. Chicago at Philadelphia in Sweden. That's right, Prague. This game will be at 2 o'clock Eastern. So, remember, 2 o'clock Eastern. You'll see on NHL Network. Records last season, Chicago was 36-34-12 with 84 points. Philadelphia 37-37-8 with 82 points. We'll wait and see what happens. Winnipeg, playing back to back. Winnipeg is 0-1-0, no points. They're taking on New Jersey in their home opener. New Jersey went 31-41-10 with 72 points. By the way, for that game against, I really don't like Chicago, so I'm going for Phillies. And I'm going to go, I think Winnipeg will probably take New Jersey. Next, Washington, who's 1-0-1 with 2 points, takes on the Islanders in their home opener. Islanders went 78-27-7 with 103 points. By the way, these two games, the first game I gave you, the Winnipeg, and that should be WPG. GP. I can correct that first. There we go, a little pin correcting. I can fix that. No problem. No, I think Washington can take it. That's at 7 p.m. Another 7 p.m. Central Time. Toronto at Columbus. Toronto, who played opening night, they're 1-0-1. And they'll take on Columbus, who plays their first game of the year. And their record last year was 47-31-4, 98 points. And, you know what? I'm going to go going to pull for Toronto on this one. I think Toronto might do it. And the nightcap, I told you it already. The biggest Golden Knights shot to San Jose. Both teams, well, you pretty much saw the record already. San Jose is 0-1-0, and Golden Knights are 1-0-1. And you know what? I'm gonna go for the Knights again. I'm gonna pull for the Knights again on this one. And that is it for that. By the way, the Knights got the 2 points, as you know. So I'll see you guys later tomorrow for the nightcap. And until then, everyone stay safe, take care. Everyone's watching. Bye.